Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a video on just unpacking a toolbox that I got recently. I bought it at a place here in town called Tool Library, and I got it for 10 bucks, and they threw in a whole bunch of stuff that I kind of wasn't really expecting. I knew it had some nuts and bolts in it, but it actually turned out to come with a bunch of really cool other stuff. So I'm going to show you guys some of that. Okay, so here it is. It's a pretty cool unmarked toolbox. It's got handles on both ends like this. It's got a latch that was very clearly added on by someone. Kind of looks like a really light oxy-fuel weld there. This was definitely a hardware store style latch that's meant to be screwed on. But anyways, so we open this up. It's kind of nice. It has this lip on it, which will be really great for what I'm going to use this for, which is actually to bolt it to something. And I want it to be sort of waterproof. I'm not expecting it to be fully waterproof, but I want it to be sort of waterproof. So the first things that I found in here that are really kind of cool that I haven't seen before are these chucks. I assume these are from some sort of like wood lathe or something like that, where you can actually mount them on a 1/2-inch spindle, and they have this set screw. So that's actually really useful, because if you needed, like, say an extended chuck or something, you could just make a spindle that you could put in another drill chuck or a collet or anything, and you could, say, reach down inside of a deep wheel or something like that if you needed to drill a hole. So came with 2 of those. This one's slightly different. This one actually looks like it was modified to be that way, but came with 2 of those. It came with a chuck key that fits them, which is shocking. And then it came with stuff like this. This is some sort of wood shaping bit for, I assume this would go onto like a planer joiner type machine, but I looked these up. I might sell these, so if anyone's interested in them, let me know. But came with a few of these, different shaped cutters on them. This is some sort of center out of a wood lathe, I assume. Probably gonna be scrap. This appears to fit that taper. I don't know if it's a Morris taper or not, but I'll see if it is. Kind of interesting here. This one unthreads like that. Another, what I assume is a wood lathe part. Be able to screw that into whatever piece of work you have. Lots of good pipe fittings. Some kind of interesting things like this, that this appears to be really, really old. And it's some sort of mandrel for sanding. Kind of neat, but completely useless to me. Some nice big bolts. This is a grade 8, looks like 3/4 inch. Interesting stuff like this. I don't really know what this is for. I assume, okay, so it's got this detent here. I assume this would go on some sort of piece of equipment as a shift lever with that detent. Sprinkler that appears to be broken. Doesn't rotate down here. Looks like someone kind of tried to take it apart, and that's as far as they got. So probably scrap. Here's another one of these pieces. This one actually has a reducing bushing / spacer. It's got a different profile there. More pipe fitting with a barbed fitting on there. Big stuff. This is kind of cool. I might save this portion of it because it could be used for dial indicators, stuff like that. This piece that looks like it was some sort of gauge or something, I don't have much use for. Scrap. Nice bearing race that can't really tell if it was spun or anything like that. More scrap. These are kind of nice. I have kind of a collection of these. It's just nice when you need something to, you know, you're making a fixture or something like that. And then you don't have to spend the, whatever it is, 20 minutes to an hour to make something that's nice. You already have a nice knurled knob like that. We have a 6204Z, and the Z means that it's a shielded bearing like this. It actually works surprisingly well for being all rusty. I'll probably just keep that laying around. You never know when you need something like that. Like in my air compressor build where I had to make the tensioner, so that's always useful. Here's another little mandrel or something that someone made. Probably is the same size as all that stuff. More scrap. This is interesting. This, at first I thought it was a Chicago style air compressor fitting, but it's not. It almost looks, I really can't say what, some sort of coupler thing, I assume. Kind of looks like a lawnmower part. Big old bolt, or a nut, sorry. Keep that around. Carriage bolt. A very interesting live center. Definitely a wood lathe type thing with how it has this ring and that little point there. So same taper as those. Once again, I don't know if that's the Morse taper. These are nice. Some bushings that I'm sure went to some specific thing. Things like this are always nice to keep around. Some big master links to some big chain. Looks like 80 or 100. I'm not sure. Plastic barbed fitting. 5/8, grade 8. That's a big bolt. That probably wouldn't be cheap at the hardware store. Some garbage. Trying to see if there's anything else truly interesting in here. Some interesting washers. A dead center that's set up the same way as this live center. That looks like it has the shank that fits in. Fits in like that. Some more nice parts and pieces that could save me a lot of time if I don't have to spend the 10 or 20 minutes making something like that. Probably will never come to fruition, but you never know. Big, huge cotter hairpin. That's wild. I guess it's not a cotter pin, but it's a retaining pin. So I don't know that I've ever seen one that big. That's like 5/16 of an inch. These are nice. You need that cotter hairpin for that. Some more assorted hardware. That one's kind of no good. That's got to be scrapped. Nice fitting for a grease gun. That's probably all clogged up. Another master link missing the pin. Okay, so these are always useful. This looks like a 3/8 retaining pin, half of a union. The other half might be around. It's a big master link in a bag. Retaining clip. This is a eccentric locking ring off of a bearing insert. So either for a pillow block bearing or something like that. Really cheap, flanged, burnt out ball bearing. So most of this is going to be scrap, but not all of it. So another nice bushing. Have to make a bushing box or something. This is interesting. This is a non-standard bolt head on this, so I'm assuming that this is a proprietary bolt off of a piece of farm equipment or something like that. Something that they were making. A Another big master link. It's actually a half link, so if your chain is almost long enough, but not quite, you can add one of these in there and get a little bit extra room. But I don't own that piece of chain, so hinge. Quite a few C-clamp or hose clamps in here. Another plastic barbed fitting. Another bushing. This is interesting. Plastic. This is part of a master link, so this would be a full link. So it would increase or decrease the length of the chain by one full link. Some more, well, that's no good. That's probably out of a chain hook. That's what that looks like it was. A heavily used one. This side appears to be mostly just hardware. We'll see when I dig down in there if there's anything really that good. But so far it's just looking like hardware, which is good anyways. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it, and I will talk to you guys on the next one. Thanks.